Hi guys, Amanda here, and I am back with another process video. Thank you for your patience in getting these videos out. As most of you know, I am just a busy little bee. Obviously that's no excuse, and I have been working in my Bible, but as far as publishing posts and doing videos, I just haven't had as much time with moving out and planning a wedding and a honeymoon and all of those crazy things that are happening in the next few days. But I did want to just pop on here and show you guys how I am utilizing one of the Dayspring paint cards. I do use it a couple of ways for this entry, and so you can see here I am using the Target Paint Pod paints. I will have the colors listed below for you. They are one of my favorite paints to use. I love how they just apply right onto my Bible page. You can see I am using my Illustrating Bible, so these pages are a little bit thicker, but these paints also work great in any journaling Bible. And I just put a little dollop of paint on the edge of the paint card, and then I just swipe the card. Now this technique is very abstract, very messy. You never know exactly how the paint is going to fall. So if that's kind of the look that you're going for, then that is something that works really great. Another technique that I like to use with the paint brush or with the paint card is a dry paint brush, and so that's what I'm doing with this color here. You can see I'm doing the same direction of motion, but it just gives a different texture being a dry paintbrush as opposed to the paint card, and you do have a little bit more of a control. And I started with my darker color, and then I work all the way up to my lightest color. So I am using this carrot color, and it is with a just a super skinny paintbrush, and I'm just doing little yellow crosses just to add a little pop of brightness. And you can see how that yellow really pops off of the Oxford blue. I love how that looks. And it just, again, it gives a different texture, and you'll see that that's really the look that I'm going for with this entry, is just different textures and mediums that I'm working with. I am going to be putting a sticker over this paint, and so I do want to make sure that it is dry and set. And so with that, I'm just going to use my heat tool. This tool is usually used for a embossing technique, but I just use it for drying paint. And I know a lot of people use that technique and get their pages dry that way. And it's just so when I go to stick my sticker down that there is no residue left on the paint or anything sticky. I am working in Jeremiah 29:11. It is one of my favorite verses. And it states, "For I know the plans I have for you." This is the Lord's declaration, "plans for your well-being, not for disaster, to give you a future and a hope." And so that is just one of my favorite verses. Anytime that I'm feeling discouraged or that I'm feeling alone and that no one is kind of on my side, when I read that verse, that definitely just makes me feel better. Know that the creator of the universe is on my side, and he created me to fulfill his will for my life. And that's just so encouraging. And he's not around to have you fail, and he doesn't want that for us. He wants us to prosper and to have a hope for a future that he can grant us through Jesus, which is just so amazing. And so of course I definitely wanted to document that in my Bible. You know me, I love to underline the verse, especially when I'm just working in one single verse. I feel like underlining is kind of the best way for me to document it. Now, if I'm doing like a whole chapter or something like that, I might highlight it or put a box around it. But for this verse, I definitely just wanted to underline it. I am using these scripted stickers from Dayspring. They are part of the Basics line. They are one of my favorite items. Katie Girl Designs is her beautiful scripted letters, and I just love it. It is on sale at Dayspring right now. If you use code FAITH25 for the next few days, you will get 25% off at checkout, so make sure that you use that code if you use it in the month of March. I chose to use the sticker, God is working on me, and I just felt like that was kind of the perfect sentiment to go along with this verse, that no matter what I'm going through, God is working. He has a plan, and he's working on me. He's trying to pull on my heartstrings to make that happen. You can see how clear and easy these stickers go on. It looks like I wrote that in my Bible. I do some hand lettering, but it does not look as perfect as that. So that's super fun to just have that in my Bible. Here's another way that I'm using my paint card. The Illustrating Bible does not have lines in it, and I know a lot of people like to have that for their journaling. And so for me, I like to just take my paint card and trace some journaling lines in there. And I've seen other people do this technique as well. Super easy. If you don't have a paint card, you can definitely use like an old gift card or an old credit card or something like that, and it will also do the trick. So you can kind of see a few ways of how to use the paint card there. I do kind of think about using some printables, and I pull out some of my old ones, and I just kind of see what I can work with, if there's anything that kind of fits in this color scheme, and nothing is really jumping out at me. I mean, I go back in my way back files. I don't really have an organization system quite yet. I'm trying to work on it and maybe do a binder type system. You can see off to the left, it's my little pink fold file. They just are in there in no particular order. And so I really am just trying to decide what printables to use. Ultimately, of course, I decide no printable. What I do reach for to kind of finish off this entry, since I couldn't really find a printable that was speaking to me and kind of fit in the color schemes that I picked, I do reach for my Mega Date stamp from Studio Calico. Love this thing, especially in the Illustrating Bible. It just kind of fits perfectly, and I'm just using my Illustrated Faith ink to make that happen and to get that down on the page. It's not a great impression, but I get the gist of it, and it just kind of, it adds to that mixed media look that I was kind of going for with the painting that I had going on. And then I'm just going to journal my heart and journal kind of what I was talking about, and just no matter what I'm going through, I know that the Lord is for me and his plan is for me. Just like I said earlier, that he is working for good and he doesn't want us to struggle. And when we do struggle, he wants us to turn to him and to remember that he created us. The creator of the universe also created you, even in the struggle, and he still loves you, and that's just such an amazing feeling to have, and it just is such a great sentiment to kind of remember and to hold on to, especially as we walk through the struggles of life that we know Earth is going to throw at us. I'm going to just finish off the page with some black ink splatters. I have my Illustrated Faith watercolors also available at Dayspring that you can use the same code, FAITH25, and you can get some of these beautiful watercolors. They are my favorite. They even come with the brush that I'm using, so it's a great investment. Definitely look into those. Super fun to use. This is probably going to be my last video for a little while, just because I am in a super busy season, and I love putting out content for you guys. I want to make sure that it is useful stuff and things that you guys are going to enjoy. So please just bear with me as I get married and honeymoon and all of that good stuff. You guys can follow me on Instagram at Ro Writes, and I will be seeing you guys as soon as possible. Make sure to like and subscribe so you do know when I post my newest video, and I will see you guys soon. Bye!